Hello everyone, my name is Sam and I am an instructor here at Longevity Club in downtown Charleston. Today I'm going to be taking the lovely Maria through some foundational exercises we use in our private studio. Today we're going to start on our reformer in something called footwork. So footwork is what I like to start off with every single client, just to see alignment of our knees, tracking of our ankles, our hips. It's a full body kind of assessment test on how our body normally likes to move and how we can kind of fix and correct our movement patterns through the Pilates practice. So from here, we're going to start with Maria on our reformer and bring her toes about hip distance width apart on the foot bar today. And then we're going to find a nice high heel shoe here so that our ankles are getting nice and connected. Arms long down by the side, shoulder blades down the back. Taking a nice big inhale here. And on your exhale, we're just going to find a little neutral pelvis here. So that means just a little bit of space in that low back there so that our pubic bone is nice and parallel to the floor. We take an inhale here. On our exhale, we're just going to press the carriage all the way back to straight legs. Beautiful. And then bend the knees to come all the way in. Big exhale to press away. Inhale to come on in. So from here, I'm checking out Maria's alignment here, and I can see that she likes to kind of come onto her toe or pinky toe mound here on this left side. So that's just something that with footwork we can really work through to just kind of see these imbalances and work with the springs, work with your instructor to find and correct them. Nice. Two more here. So of course, connecting breath to movement as well. We press all the way out here and just hold. And then from here, we're going to let both heels just come underneath the foot bar, get kind of a nice big stretch. And then we lift up to all 10 tiptoes. Nice. Yes, and on these calf raises here, we can really see on our feet where we like to pronate or supinate, and from here, normally a lot of us like to go onto that pinky toe mound. So putting a little bit more pressure onto that big toe, nice. And we see that her alignment here through her ankle, all the way up through her knees to her hips, kind of really evens out and balances. Nice. Last one here, pause to come all the way up, bend the knees to come all the way home. Second footwork position here, it's called Pilates V. We bring our heels together, bring our toes just about that shoulders distance apart, and make sure the knees are about shoulders distance. Taking an inhale here, exhale to press all the way out, and then coming all the way back home. Nice. So with our Pilates V, it's a slight turnout, and we use it throughout almost every exercise has a version of turnout through our legs. And I love it because it really allows us to keep those heels glued together and zip up through the whole midline of the body. So heels, calves, inner thighs, all the way up through the low belly and pelvic floor. Beautiful. For 3 and 2. Coming about halfway in and just little tiny pulses here. Nice. So really squeezing through those heels, getting out through the calves and the glutes. And then we press all the way out straight and strong. Beautiful. Coming all the way home. Last footwork position here. This is called bird on a perch. We're going to bring the knees, zip them together, and then come onto the arches of our feet here. So our toes are going to curl up and over the foot bar just as much as our heels. And we're going to really zip those feet together and knees so that we feel like we have almost like a mermaid tail. Inhale here, exhale, press all the way out, and then bend the knees to come on in. So in this position, we're really just stretching through those feet. Our feet need a lot of love. We don't give them as much love as we should. All right, so now we're going to demonstrate a few exercises here on our trap table or Cadillac table. This is a pretty fundamental exercise called the roll down and roll up. From here, we're going to have Maria just hold on to the outsides of our pull down bar here, and we're going to have her find her tallest spine. From here, taking a nice big inhale through the nose, big exhale, all we're going to do is press that bar down. Beautiful. And then inhale to lift up tall. Nice. So just a simple press down, but really starting to activate through the belly here, making sure the shoulders stay nice and glued down the back. And then we push down on the inhale Nice for 3. Using that breath for 2. And then from here, coming about halfway down and holding. From here, we're gonna find that pelvic tilt. So letting the low belly scoop. And from here, we're gonna roll down, articulating the spine, bone by bone by bone, until her head, neck, and shoulders hits the mat. From here, pushing down on the bar first to then tuck the chin to the chest, low belly scoops, and we keep that C curve of the spine until we lift up nice and tall. Beautiful. Inhale here, exhale, finding that pelvic tilt. And we're going to go through a few of these, Maria, so keep on going. I'm just going to talk you through what we're working here. So, of course, strengthening through the abdominals, stretching through the spine, getting a lot of length through those hamstrings as well, and also learning to connect our shoulder girdle to our other powerhouse, the abdominals here. So it's a full body exercise that we use throughout all the apparatuses in tons and tons of exercises. So really good foundational practice here to get the spine moving and get the abdominals really nice and fired. Beautiful. On this next one, let's go ahead, come halfway up and just pause here. From here, we're gonna get into some rows here. So just bending through those elbows and then inhale, lengthening out long. Big exhale here. Nice. As we find the bent elbow, we really think about that belly too, for 3. Scooping through the belly as we press through the arms. Last one here. We pause here with straight arms and then roll on up to finish. Beautiful. All right, everybody. Lastly, we have some fundamental exercises on our exo chair. So we're going to be getting into some extension here with Swan. And a cool part about the exo chair is we can also go into a split pedal, which helps us get a little bit more into some scapular stability and some arm work as well. So we're going to have Maria just come to laying down on her pelvis so that her torso is kind of off the front edge of that chair. And then we're going to press the pedals all the way down to the ground just to start from here. So just getting kind of our assessment of the pelvis here in line with the shoulders, and heels together, toes apart, unless that doesn't feel great on the low back, which we know for Maria, she likes to have them about hip distance width apart. So if we take an inhale here, on our exhale, we're going to scoop through that belly and just let the pedal come on up, squeezing through the bottom of our shoulder blades here to lift up into this beautiful extension. Beautiful. And then just coming about halfway down with the pedal, evening out through the spine, finding more of a neutral. And then on our exhale, we're going to really find that deep squeeze of the shoulder blades and connecting through the belly to support our extension here at the top. So what does extension mean? That means that thoracic spine, that upper spine, is getting that forward and back motion so that we can really find some articulation through the upper spine here to open up through the front of the chest and find that mobility in the upper spine, just like we do through the whole full spine with flexion like we showed you on the Cadillac. Nice. A couple more here. We're going to come about halfway down now. So this is what's cool with the split pedal. We're going to keep the shoulders and the hips really rooted and strong, and we're just going to alternate pressing straight through our hands. Nice. And then come back through center. Nice. So with this split pedal, I can really see how her scapula are moving independently from each other. And then from there, we can kind of check out any imbalances, see if there's one side that's seeming to want to work a little bit more than the other. And from there, we can really figure out other exercises that will be beneficial to even out her mobility. Nice. One more here. Beautiful. Come back through center and then come all the way up one last time. Big open chest at the top, supporting through the belly, and then we're going to lower back down with control. Lovely. From here to come up and out of this exercise, you can bring the pedal all the way up and then just scooch the feet back until we're stopped in starting position. Beautiful. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope to see you soon in the Pilates studio.